Ba ba da ba ba da bum ba ba music. Ah. All right. It's about that time. Yep. We'll sit on the splash screen for a minute while we wait for people to show up. Ah, there we go. We got a couple already. Hey, everybody. Darklight Dreamer's here. Good stuff. And Nikki. Hello, hello. Oh, we've already got a good showing. So hello there everyone, my name is Oversoul, this is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy live stream. This is a one-time only thing. So what we'll be doing is, for the next 2 hours, I'll take you for a trip down memory lane, where we'll cover 40 minutes, the first 40 minutes of each of these 3 Spyro games in the Reignited Trilogy. See how far I can get and how much percentage I can complete in that amount of time per game. So, of course, we'll start with the first one. Now, Year of the Dragon is actually my favorite one, but this one is the one I am the most familiar with, the one I remember the best. In terms of stuff to get, man, the chroma key thing, I need better lighting in this room. That's for sure. Anyways.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds. Or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure. Or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
See, they modernized some of the aspects of it, like giving him a TV to watch that on, and sitting there eating chicken wings or whatever.
Looks like I've got some things to do.
So Tom Kenny is back to reprise his role as Spyro, which is awesome. And for those of you who don't know, Tom Kenny is SpongeBob. Now that I said that, you can't unhear it. Every time Spyro talks, you're going to see SpongeBob. This is where we start. Always start here.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons
You're
in
quite
the
welcome.
world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
I'm sure you will. Okay, so I'm partly showing off in this stream. So this world is actually the one on this game, the first game, is the one where I'm probably going to have the best performance. And that soundtrack has been remastered, by the way. And one of the cool things they added a few features to this. The soundtrack, you can switch between the Reignited and the original music. Nostalgia. And if you have it on the Reignited music, you can actually turn the dynamic music on and off, which is nice for people who have surround sound setups and such. Okay. You can also, they added a map now. See, look at this. Oh no, they don't have it in the home world. Okay, I'll show you once we get inside a level, but they added a map if you want. So, that's always cool, yes? Yeah, they did such a faithful, like, a true remake. This is, like, frame by frame, and it's built from the ground up, too, which is what's even crazier. Just like the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him!
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing?
He's the health bar.
His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
So part of this game being rebuilt from scratch means that they had to go back and re-record all of the dialogue, and they got a lot of new actors for the dragons to give them more personality. So each of the dragons that you save in the first game, they have a lot more personality now. And each one is unique instead of... Because in the original, a lot of them were, like, very lazily done. Okay. I don't screw with everything in the home world before I move on. I like to tackle each section of it as I go from portal to portal. That way, this counter goes up every time I jump through one. Oh, during the flying screens, you can mess around now. The shoulder buttons make you do that, and you can breathe fire and flap your wings. And move the stick to, like, kind of sway around. Alright, Stonehill. So, by the way, the trophies in this game are mostly for doing random stuff. You won't see it because I'm streaming, and they usually censor the trophies, and I turned off notifications anyways. But there's a trophy in this level, and I already got it on top of it, but there's a trophy in this level for flaming 10 sheep. So each level in all three games have, like, level-specific random trophies. They're not really progression-based. They're more like, you know, charge through 4 druids at the start of Magic Crafters, or, you know, the one, like I said, flaming 10 sheep. So, there's that. Alright, now which one of these leads to the other side? This one. Yeah, this one. So I don't want to go through that one yet. I want to go through... That one leads to the level exit. And this one leads to a dragon and some chests. Yep. A lot of this is muscle memory.
Dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
But, also, I already started playing this before I streamed it. I figured there was no harm in it, considering it's literally the exact same as the originals, except looks much better. And controls better. It's actually a little bit easier, and I don't know if that's the modern controls, or if they actually dumb down the enemies, but... I say that, though, but some of the later levels, they still get kind of to be a pain in the ass. Like, the Misty Bog level with those blue frogs. There's that one particular section where there's, like, 17 of the bastards just sitting there. It's pretty bad.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
Okay, so... in the first Spyro game, the gems are literally just for... getting 100% in the game. If you get all the gems and all the dragons in every level, then you unlock a bonus level at the end. And it's required for one of the trophies / achievements. Because this, I'm playing this on the PS4, but it's also been released on the Xbox One. But in Spyro 2 and 3, Year of the Dragon, there is also, with the gems, you need gems to pay this bear named Moneybags to make advancements in certain levels, because, like, there's a bridge that's down, or a character that's trapped that you need to free because you need their help, and you have to pay him so many gems to fix these things in order to move on in the game. But at least, I can't remember, Ricto's Rage is the one I played the least, so I don't remember it that well, the second one, but I will say this, I did get 100% in Year of the Dragon when I played it, as a kid, and you can unlock the ability, if you do that, if you get all the dragon eggs and gems in Year of the Dragon, to get your revenge on Moneybags. You chase him around and get all your money back from him by flaming him in the ass. It's satisfying, trust me. After 2 games of dealing with his shit, it's just so satisfying. Ha, my headbutt's stronger than yours. That funny thing is, that works on rams, but it doesn't work on warthogs. I don't get it. Okay, I don't know why I'm bothering with that. Hey, Mythos is here. How you doing?
Spyro, my friend. How about
my
a hit
friend
on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
Yeah. A lot of these dragons, they give you tutorials. That's the only thing about these older games, and of course they had to make sure it was a faithful recreation, but sometimes these older games, the way that they implement pressing buttons on the controller into the story is just downright immersion breaking. But of course, I don't think immersion is a huge part of a 90s 3D platformer with cartoony graphics, so can't complain too much. That being said, though, I still found that to be one of the funniest things about games of that generation. Press the circle button to dodge roll or whatever. Like, oh, okay, as if the character in the game has a damn controller in their hand. Okay. Now, when I can, if I have off best memory, I will try to go for 100% in each of these levels as I show these to you, but keep in mind, I'm showing you about 40 minutes of each game, so I will have to... I want to try to get through the first world of each one fully, so if that means not getting 100% in every level, then that's what that means. I've always been good at those. Pain in the ass as they might be, I've always been good at them. Speaking of progress, 182 out of 200, and I'm missing a dragon. So I have this key, I know where I need to go with it. That's probably where the last of my gems are, too. Back to the beginning of the level, there was a well. Which way? Ah, there we go. The only bad thing is that this game, much like the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, is only in 30 frames, and there are some parts of the game where, I mean, because the original was too, but with the upgraded graphics, it only being in 30 frames, there are some parts that are very hard to look at. Like, in Year of the Dragon, the speed boost pad in one of the worlds is too fast. It, like, gave me motion sickness.
His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
All dragons found! And I'll be damned if I can remember where those last couple of gems are. They're up there, somewhere. Up tippity-toppity wop blop bloppin'. But like I said, I want to be able to show you guys as much as possible. Since I'm only doing this once... Spyro is a young dragon, yes. Some of the dragons that you save in this, they would call him young dragon. So the collectibles are different. Hey, it's Rayquaza. Oh. Some of the collectibles are different in each game. So in the first game, it's gems and dragons, and that's it. Also, enemies that you've already killed, if you kill them again, they'll drop these little orbs that if you collect enough of them, give you an extra life. Also, in the first game, in the original, Sparks would not eat butterflies if he was already full. However, in the remake, he will. So, the thing is, if you kill enough fodder, that's what the little animals are called that give out butterflies, if you kill enough of them, eventually one of them might release a blue butterfly that will give you an extra life, which is something that they introduced in the Year of the Dragon and then added into this one and Ripto's Rage in the remake. So they brought in some of the features. And skill points, they added that as well. Whatever the hell that means. Okay, there was an extra life shell here, and I got it already. Dark Hollow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Carasshole has been playing the hell out of this. Yeah, the butterflies give you health. When you get hit, I'll do it on purpose just to show you. When you get hit, there are, different colors that sparks the dragonfly will turn, and that will indicate your current. So yellow is full health, blue means you've been hit once, green means you've been hit twice, no dragonfly means you've been hit 3 times, and if you take one more hit after that, then you die. So, see, blue, green, empty, dead. It seems like you actually get a lot of chances, but in later levels, when you run into mobs of enemies, they can take you down like that if you're not careful. So. Now, the thing about the enemies in this game, too, is that some of them, you have to deal with different enemies in different ways. These guys have metal shields, which means your flame attack is useless on them when the shield is up. However, when they start to move the shield away, you can attack them with it. Enemies with metal protecting have to be charged instead of flamed. Generally. But big enemies are the opposite. Big fat enemies, like this guy right here, can't be charged because they're too big, so they have to be flamed. Oh. Damn it. Alright. Albon!
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Spyro's only powers in this one are what you get to start with, and then sometimes there'll be gates that give you extra, like, super flame or super charge and stuff like that for a limited time. But, so this enemy right here is like a unique case, because he's got the metal armor on the front, but when he turns around, he's vulnerable. They didn't start adding, like, different elemental powers to Spyro until the games after the PS1 trilogy. The PS1 trilogy was more simplistic in its, like, classic 90s platformer style. So it's basically just the flame and the charge, and the gliding.
Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
So, there's the key in this level that gets the chest. And, I'll show you another example. See, in this game, when you're looking for all the gems, you really gotta check every crook and nanny. You don't want to leave any stone unturned. Some of them, a lot of times they can be hidden in plain sight. Maybe a green one is blending in with the grass. You don't know unless you slow down and look. It's basically for the completionists if you want to do everything. Like I said, a lot of the trophies in this game are random, not really progression-based, but you do have to get everything for one of them. Excuse you. It's almost worth getting hit sometimes to see the funny animations. The fodder animals are different in every level, by the way. Like, they're frogs in this one, as you can see. It just depends on the level. One of the trophies in this game is for lighting these 2 bonfires, which I always did just out of habit anyways, and I think the developers knew that when they remade this, because, I mean, they knew people did that because they could, so they figured, oh, they'll do that anyways. It's part of their childhood, they remember doing it. Easy peasy 1, 2, 3Z. The key is... The chest for the key is back at the beginning of the level, by the way. Wait! We'll get there quick, fast, and in a hurry. It is the original. And thank you, Doja. I just saw your comment. Ow. He said... Mythos, are you going back and watching the stream from the beginning? Because we talked about that a while ago. Unless you're looking at the comments. If you did go back, you won't hear this for a while. Pointless to ask in real time if that's the case. Alright. Da-da-da-da-da-da, bam!
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Years ahead of you, buddy. I already got him. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Damn! Whoop, whoop. See, there's a level 100%ed right there. 3 dragons, 100 out of 100 gems. I got at least one of them. I'm satisfied. Stonehill is one of those levels where you gotta fly up onto that ledge where I caught that egg thief, and then you really gotta start scrounging around for the gems, and I didn't want to waste a bunch of time with that, so... The ones like this, where it's a little more easy to get everything without fully going out of your way. This is funny, because it reminds me, I have a friend named Jeff, who I haven't actually hung out with in a while, but he used to come over a lot before we moved, and, one time I was playing Assassin's Creed 2, I think it was, and I'd played that one a lot before. I was doing, like, a marathon of the games again. And,
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
The new animations, too, I think, help with adding the personality. But anyways, what I was saying is, the way I was just, like, running across rooftops, kind of like just jumping without even looking, but knowing where I was going anyways and landing and stuff, because I'd played the game so many times already, I was familiar with it. It was all, like, photographically memorized in my head. He watched me play that, and he was like, dang! He's like, the way you play this, you'd think you're one of the people who made it. So, I think that's sometimes the way I play Spyro every time I play it, because I've played it so much, or Final Fantasy X, or Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm very familiar with all of them. I've played, I want to say Kingdom Hearts 2 about 30 times, Final Fantasy X about 20. Oh, and this might be my, like, 17th run of Spyro. So, I feel the same way when it comes to those games. A lot of it is pure muscle memory, and it helps that they made this the exact same. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I say that makes sense to the comment that Mythos just left in the live chat. For me, must be a hell of a lag. That's interesting. Well, I mean, they made him look right. So this town is fun. This is like the... This is like the Mexico type area. You've got the bulls and the mastadors. Nihilus.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
Yeah, dying is a lot more scary in, like, horror games. In every other game, I just find it either funny or aggravating. Like, I wouldn't say I find dying... I mean, I could understand as a kid, probably. because there are even parts of this that, as a kid, kind of, like, had me on edge. If you remember during the swamp levels, those trees that would shake when you started getting near them, and then they would open their big gaping mouths and charge towards you. I did not like that. I don't mind it now, and they're a lot easier in this game, by the way. You won't see them because we won't make it that far, but, yeah. And of course, in the later levels after that, there's like the dogs that turn into giant demons in the dark.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
There they go with that again. So the thing I have to know is, okay, he made that thanks Spyro cake, and to me, I'm about to... Yes, I'm questioning the logic in a game that tells you to press buttons. The continuity error here is that Nasty Nork didn't turn them all into statues until he saw them on the TV bad-mouthing him. And they all got turned into statues exactly where they were standing at the time. So these statues that were opening, that's where those dragons were and what they were doing when Nasty Nork turned them into statues with his magic scepter thing. So, the thing is, first of all, how would that dragon in the statue know that we were coming to save them? And when in the hell did they have time to make a cake to thank us for it? That's what I want to know. That don't make no sense. But it's fun for the children's. Yes, I know.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run! I'm getting a little winded.
It's possible, but I think the dragons in the Magic Crafters world are actually the clairvoyant ones. In this one, when you, like, get them out of their things, they're, like, when you get them out of the statues, they're, like, floating, and they got, like, magic books and stuff, and they're, like, casting spells and whatnot. So, like, each of the dragons actually are kind of fitting of the area that you save them from, too. Alright, we gotta try to get this guy before he reaches the end of the line, otherwise he'll jump down! Ah! I hate him in this one. Like I said, I'm not gonna worry about it if it comes down to it. Not worth. Well, I mean, I did it in my normal playthrough. What happened, though, was he jumped down on the ground there, and I was like, ah, crap. And I jumped down I fell down really quick and, like, breathed fire as I dropped down, and that's how I got him. Aha! See? There you go. It's all about that timing. These are easy to miss, because you're, like, charging through here. You don't think to look behind the wall. Yep, I can't even tell you how many times I've gone through this level. Like, where are these last couple gems I'm missing? In the... Oh, right there. Like I said, hidden in plain sight. It happens so much. They're very tricksy about where they hide the gems in these games, and they're all in the exact same locations they were in the original, which makes them easier to find if you've played them. Holy crap. Bam. Bam. The bulls die differently. If you charge them, they'll get their horns stuck in the ground, and they'll just sit there like, trying to pull them out. There we are.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
That's okay, Darklight. Oh, look, Steph is here to watch the Spyro. I haven't looked at the comments in a little bit, so I'll take the time to do that now while we hit the loading screen. Foosh, 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 rah. Alright. Drop me controller. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, Darklight Dreamer. Gotta do what you gotta do. I generally don't comment in the chats of streams when I'm watching on my phone either. It's just a little more difficult. Plus, I like to use speech to text, and if I do that, the stream pauses. It doesn't keep going, so... Alright. I really don't want to do the flying level yet, so we'll do the boss level first. And I want to make sure we get the boss in just in case I run out of time before I hit. I can stand to not do the flying level, but the boss is... yeah.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal behind me. You can challenge him now, if you feel you are ready.
Of course I'm ready. This would only be my 437th time doing this. That'd be a bit excessive. That reminds me. Tell me, guys, if you could pick one game that you could play over and over and over and over and over again and never get bored of, what would it be? I would say for me, it's probably either Kingdom Hearts 2 or Final Fantasy X. Easy peasy. It's got to be one of those two. It's almost a tie, but... This level I always hated because the dogs take 2 hits to go down, and they jump on you. You can cheese them, though, if you know where their boundary line is. Oof! Luigi's Mansion or Paper Mario. Yeah, the original Paper Mario is a pretty solid RPG. All the ones that came after it really aren't as good, but some of them added some creative elements, like Sticker Star on the 3DS with the stickers, and then Color Splash on the Wii U with the paint that you could use to power up your abilities. Woo! That was almost bad. That was almost bad. Ow, son of a damn it. Ah, crap. Shepherds and sheepdog. Oh god, this part. Almost makes me not want to come out here. Alright. I got this. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how we do. Now, I have a feeling that people who have never played these when they were younger, if they tried to play it now, they might find it a little dated, although I think the way they did modernize the controls, so it is a lot better, but...
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Many tricks up his sleeve. Yes. There's a trophy in this level if you can defeat Toasty without getting hit by him. It doesn't matter if you get hit by the dogs, you just can't get hit by him. He looks creepy, doesn't he? Big old scarecrow jack-o'-lantern guy with the scythe. There's something funny about this boss, though. It's a sheep on stilts. God damn those things. I'm missing 4 gems. Oh, they're both in those chests. Okay. Yep. Green is 2. You actually learn what the colors are. Red gems are worth 1, green are worth 2, blue are worth... I don't know how many blue are worth, actually. I want to say 5. Golden ones are worth 10, And purple ones are worth 25, I believe. They're the rarest, of course. I mean, we've gotten snow a little bit here, but it wasn't anything to shake a stick at. Alright, since I started it a little late, I'll go ahead and tackle the flying level here too, and then that'll be all 5 levels in the first world of the first Spyro, and then we'll move on to checking out the second one. So to unlock the flying level in this one, you have to jump on these rocks in the water, and bada bing, bada boom. There's also a trophy for doing that. Alright. You'll see why I hate these. First of all, they're timed, which sucks. Second of all, inverted flight controls. Down, pressing down on the stick makes you go up. Pressing up on the stick makes you pitch down. It's difficult. For me. But, after much trial and tribulation, I managed to get this one. Some of you may recognize this flying level in particular from the opening of Reactions and Highlights number 7? Or 8? I think I want to say 7. Alright, the trains are easier if you get them from head-on. I cannot guarantee you I'll get this, because... But, we'll try. Each thing that you collect gets you more time on the thing, but if you screw up too much, or you don't collect stuff fast enough, it doesn't add enough time for it to really be worth jack. So, I have gotten a lot of these by the skin of my teeth. Like, I'm talking, like, down to 1.5 seconds. So, I mean, this is by far the easiest one, but... Also, if you happen to fall in the water, you have to start the whole damn thing over. So, there's that, too. Falling in water gets you either hurt or causes you death, depending on where the water is in the game proper, in the first Spyro. But in Spyro 2 and 3, he can actually swim, which is nice. In Spyro 2, you have to unlock the ability to swim. In Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, it's there by default. I don't know what I'm missing, so we're not gonna get it. Oh, yeah, these guys. Okay. Yeah. See, that's that kind of time-wasting stuff I was talking about. I didn't fly in the proper pattern, so I screwed myself. They want you to tackle those in, like, a certain order. That's why they lead you off on a certain path when you start. And if you can manage to get them all... Hey, hi, my game is. How you doing? If you can manage to get them all, you know, gets figured out. You get them all, if you get everything in one go, you unlock gems, and it helps towards your 100%. So... It will keep track of the ones you've completed in each go-through, but only the full, like, getting them all in one go counts towards your completion rate. Flying levels are the devil. Flying levels and water levels in almost any video game are absolute ass, especially classic games. But we got almost everything and everything.
Wow! I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro.
That's Tom Kenny as well. He didn't have a voice in the original.
You can travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like.
So...
Are you ready to go?
So we go to... So, in the first one, whenever you complete a level... Whenever you complete whatever the objective is in that level, so like in the first world it was collect so many dragons, in the second world it's collect so much treasure, in the third world it's dragon eggs, and so on, you get to the balloonist and he takes you to the next world, so... See, the fact that I managed to cover the whole first world, not 100%, mind you, but I covered the whole first world in less than 40 minutes, actually, because I started a little late because I talked first. That just goes to show you how much I've played this one. So, and I'd be very familiar with this one, too, but like I said, I wanted to cover the first 40 minutes of all 3 of them, so we're gonna hit this dragon and then be out.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
Mythos, by the way, okay, so we go to quit game, and it takes us back to the main menu, and from here, we can choose one of the other games. So now we're going to check out the remake of Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. So, spoiler alert for a game from the 90s, but, I mean, normally I don't do this, but come on. This type of game, you know where it's going. It's a 3D action-adventure platformer. The good guys win, you defeat the bad guy, yada yada. You know, it's... So, after Ripto, or after Spyro has defeated Nasty Nork and saved all the dragons, he gets tired of the rainy weather out here in his home world, and he wants to go visit the beach.
Is rain ever gonna stop?
But...
I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah. I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork.
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping...
The professor is also Tom Kenny, by the way.
It's working!
Him...
Whoa, rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Them's fighting words.
Well, well. Someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons. Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Took away the only... the squid skateboard thing. Oh man! Speaking of the skateboard, when we get to Year of the Dragon, we will tackle some of the skateboarding section because that's one of the first levels. Okay, so Spyro 2: Ripto's Rage is where they started introducing a lot of different elements into the franchise, and so this one actually starts in one of the levels instead of the homeworld the level's in.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
So for one thing, and this carries over to Year of the Dragon, a lot of the changes in this one carry over to Year of the Dragon, which is my personal favorite, by the way, the third one. But, like, one of the things is denizens of the different levels you visit conversate with you and specifically request your help and reward you when you complete tasks for them. Reward you with the collectibles that you get throughout the game. Also, so the collectibles in Ripto's Rage are you still collect gems. As you can see, they changed the gem color, the counter from purple to green. You still collect gems. But also, whenever you kill an enemy in the second one, I guess you collect their soul. That's what I'm calling it. So that counter goes up, and those go towards things. And you also collect orbs by accomplishing certain tasks in each level. So, and then you also collect talismans in this one, and the talismans are what you get for just completing the bare minimum of the level, like just getting to the end, you know? Every first level in all 3 games, most of the enemies are cowards. Like, they'll have a weapon, but they won't try to fight you, because they're scared of you. But that changes, obviously, as it goes on, as they get more and more tough and difficult and ballsy.
Hi, Spyro. I'm a friend of Alora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress. Like this.
She's the checkpoint system.
That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
Yeah, I'm explaining it for the people who actually aren't familiar, because believe it or not, there's some people watching this who have never played the Spyro games before and are not completely familiar with it. I was actually, before you got here, Darklight Dreamer was asking me a lot of questions about it, so I've taken it upon myself to just go ahead and explain everything preemptively. Or at least most things, you know. For the people who don't know. Can't get up there yet.
Cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders. And it looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
And that's another thing they added in the second game, are abilities you can unlock to do different things, like climb ladders and stuff. Plus, that needs 10 orbs anyways, and we don't even have one yet, so we can't get a full percentage in this yet. Alright, let's go down here first, before we deal with money McDouchebags. Alright. Now this, I have to warn you guys, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage is the one I've played the least out of the 3, so it's the one I'm also the least familiar with. So this is the guy that we have to pay to make progress in games.
Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
Uh-huh. And I have 189, so...
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again, when you have even more gems.
Skaboop! Yes, you can now use the bridge, free of charge! I wish you could hurt him before the third one. It doesn't work. His money protects him.
To get a good look around...
Yeah, I don't need to tell me that. So... Okay. Can't really get up there yet because we need to be able to climb, I think. And that is... Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah, no, we can't get up there yet. We have to glide from up there. Oh, we needed 10 souls or whatever. That super flight thing is unlocked, but we don't have the ability to climb yet, so... Alley-oop. Now this is where we'll get the talisman for this level.
Fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
Yep.
This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
Yeah, this isn't We Happy Few, this is We Happy Many, because a lot of the characters in this game are very happy, and it's a very bright, colorful game. Alright, so this flying thingamajig here, this is one of the orbs you can earn in this level by flying around and hitting all of these lanterns to turn them on. So, check this out.
Great! The Superflight power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps.
Yeah, that Detective Pikachu movie looks great.
The gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
So yeah, challenges like this are something that they added into Spyro 2 and maintained throughout Year of the Dragon. See, in the first Spyro, a lot of the dragons that you see from the statues, finding a lot of them is just a simple matter of platforming to the right areas or making difficult jumps and glides and stuff. Whereas in Spyro 2 and 3, a lot of
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
So the orbs and the dragon eggs that you can collect in these ones, they are more like based around challenges that you can do for a lot of them. Ba-ba-ba-bam! This brings back the memories, even though this is the one I remember the least. Just gonna go for that. You betcha. Oh, no, I have to use the... yeah. For that one. Ah, screw it, I'll come back to that one. Give me my gems! I only go out of my way in this one and the third one to collect gems a little bit more as we're doing this because we'll need it for a few of the things we unlock to move on. So. Alright, we're done here. Time to visit the main world, and there'll be another cutscene as soon as we get there. And let me just say, the Allura in this game, she's adorable. No, it's not a joke. Detective Pikachu was a video game, like an actual legit game. I think they did it on the GameCube, and then there was a 3DS one. But the premise is that the one guy is the only one who can understand Pikachu, and that's what they brought over into the movie. So yeah, it's a movie based off a game, but not the original Pokemon games, specifically the Detective Pikachu games.
Oh, no. Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Allura.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
Goat.
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
Yes, open your ears. They're big enough.
In the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their
That's just wrong, Ryan.
Keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be at Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
I'll tell your mom thank you. I appreciate that. It's kind of funny because that's the... Moms have a tendency to laugh at the corniest of jokes. So yeah, you can swim in this one. Look, there are, there's gems and stuff down there, but we haven't unlocked the ability to swim yet, so... It comes as a default in Spyro Year of the Dragon. That's right, it carries over as part of the story. None of that God of War or Kingdom Hearts bullshit where you lost all your powers because something or another happened. You slept for a year or some shit like that. No, sir. You maintain all of your learnings.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit.
Each of the worlds, got it. Okay. Isn't Hunter supposed to be here? He's supposed to be here to say, "Hey Spyro, the bridge is out, you gotta glide." As if I didn't already know that. And it's not a matter of having played it, it's just a matter of common sense. Oh, there he is! Slow
Hey,
X.
Spyro. Ripto smashed this bridge, so I guess you'll have to glide across it. Press the jump button, then press jump again while you're still in the air to glide.
Yep. Useful, useless information. Okay. So we got a couple of different levels here we can hop into. We'll check out Idle Springs first, since that's the closest one. I think they all follow, all the games, they follow the same pattern of each homeworld has 5 portals in them. And it's basically like 3, usually I want to say about 3, well 4 in Year of the Dragon regular levels, and then about 1 or 2 bonus levels, usually, and then a boss, of course. As you can see, Ripto's Rage was a lot more cutscene heavy than the original, or the first game, and Year of the Dragon carries that over too. Magic didn't work for him.
Spyro! The idols we were carving have come to life! They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food!
Well, I'll help you with that. Or my name isn't Purple Dragon. I mean, that's not what it is, but... should have came into this level after I learned how to swim. Oh well. It's not about that today. That does not open. He'll fix it, though. That's how locks work. Fodder enemies in this one are beetles. If you can manage to get a blue butterfly like that out of a fodder animal, then you get an extra life. Yep. They took away the killing the enemies that you've already killed gives you the orbs that lead to an extra life in this one and the third one. What the hell are you doing? I can help you with that. Oh, it doesn't work. Alright. He was using a barbecue grid lid, or barbecue grill lid. Fool! Whoop. The other thing is, I don't want to give away exactly how to get everything, just in case some of you who are watching this become sold on the game.
Shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the charge button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Yep, I know about that. Like, this game is new to some of you, since you didn't play the originals. Maybe watching this stream will make you want to go out and buy a copy for yourself on your PS4 or Xbox One, respectively. And if that's the case, I wouldn't want to give away everything. This is the kind of game that a lot of people are going to play themselves, which is why I opted to not do a full Let's Play of it. But I wanted to do something. Spyro is one of my favorite childhood games. I had to do something. So, it just perfectly works out that the math adds up to 2 hours is 120 minutes, divided by 3 games equals 40 minutes per game. It's absolutely perfect. And the time will fly by, because this is one of those... This game... I mean, the first one... I mean, look at where we are already. It's already 8. We're already half done. That's insane.
To aim the camera left or right.
Yeah. Aim the camera left or right, use the right stick. That's the... By the way, the original version of these games on the PS1, you had to use the shoulder buttons for the camera. Now that sucked. Thank God for adding the right stick to it. But remember, the PS1 didn't have analog controller by default. It had that regular little D-pad thing, you know? And the analog came later as a necessary peripheral for Ape Escape. So, it wasn't default until PS2. I forget how to do this. Oh, buttons. Around here somewhere, or something. There's a thing. Woohoo! Yeah, so they added that in 2 and 3 as well. When you glide, at the end of your glide, you can press triangle to do a little hover to get you up to areas that you wouldn't normally reach at the end of your glide. See, as you can see, they improved the gameplay elements of the second and third one a lot compared to the first. Oop. So. I don't exactly remember all this stuff from this game. I'm just, my natural instinct to explore is kicking in. Because like I said, the second one is the one I'm the least familiar with. Okay, well this is new. I don't remember down here. No, I mean, it's not new. Okay, I know what this is. I know what this is. Okay, I know what I gotta do here. I remember now. Crap. Got it. Supercharge. But that's nothing like the supercharge pads, where you go on the arrows. Man, that stuff's fast. Hey, Corn Puff!
Dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
So you missed the first game, but we're about 1/3 into the second game, or a fourth into this. No, it's been 20 minutes. Okay, we're halfway through our playtime of the second game, and then in about 20 minutes we'll switch to the third one, play that for 40 minutes, and that'll be it. I wanted everybody to get a chance to see all three, so. Alright, so let me move on so that I don't spend all my time on one level. I want to get through the first world. Just go up here real quick. The exit's back down here, where those guys are waiting on me. Besides, I can't do a lot of what's out here because I don't have the ability to swim yet. So, I can get these, though. Yeah, it's a pretty true to the original remake. They rebuilt it from the ground up, had to re-record a lot of the lines.
Oh, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. But for the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
So, another talisman for this world. Just gotta make our way through each one, slowly but surely. I guess they're on good terms now, because I killed all of his followers. The Tiki Man's alone. He's like, well, I'm all by myself now. I guess I should be friends with those guys before they sick that dragon on me too. Returning to Summer Forest, where Laura and Hunter await for us to do all the talismans. Yes. Oi! Okay. Let me just check the guidebook. Oh, is there going to be another cutscene? Okay, no. Okay. I thought maybe that's what that was. Oh, right. I didn't keep track of it. Yeah. Colossus. Why do I get the feeling that's the boss of this area? I should probably check the other spots first, huh? Oh, that is the next area. So, let's see what's up here. Oh, the orbs.
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press the jump button.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide.
Yeah, this tutorial is useless to me, but it gets me stuff.
Nice job.
Now we're gonna hover. I know. And he's gonna teach me how to do it again in the third one.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a
walking start, jump, hover, glide. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
Aw, why thank you. You're too kind. The tediousness. Nah, it's okay, I'm just joking. I love it. I love these games! Money bags.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
What a...
When you jump in the water...
This is highway robbery. Look at that. 500 gems down the drain. Prick. Okay. But now we can swim, so there's that. And it's funny because Spyro can't really drown, and it's funny because his health is tied to Sparks, you see, and Sparks is in a bubble, so all is well. But this is necessary to get to the other side of this level, which is right here. I know, the Colossus door, I didn't go through it yet. I will. Just want to get through the world. Oop. Sunny Beach. Hurricos. Yeah, there's a couple of them here. Alright. Let's go back.
You're well on your... Oh,
yeah, I know. Well on my way. Keep collecting orbs. I try to ignore the ones... Or I try to skip the ones that are just dumb tutorial stuff, but actually let them talk when it's important cutscene stuff. But for people who like when you're playing this, if you don't want to sit through the cutscenes or even the animations that they show for like saving dragons or dragon eggs and stuff, you can skip all that. You just press any button and it'll skip it. It's funny that you said that about Hunter looking derpier. I didn't think he was that bad, but I mean he did in the original, but I mean they definitely modernized everything. Yes. You know what's funny about this remake and Crash Bandicoot is that both of them, Naughty Dog and Insomniac, they lost the original assets to Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, the three PS3 or PS1 games. They lost the assets to them. So Toys for Bob, when they did this, they had to completely rebuild those games from scratch because they did this and Crash, the Insane Trilogy. They had to completely rebuild them from scratch, from the ground up. And this one, they went above and beyond by having Tom Kenny and a lot of the original voice cast come back to reprise their roles. So that was pretty cool. Some of the voices of like the end,
concentrating, I should be able to open this door for you.
The unimportant characters, like your world guides and stuff. Some of those voices are different. I noticed, and some of the dragons and stuff, but. It also meant that they had to go back through those games and like replay them themselves so that they could copy down word for word exactly all the dialogue and like frame for frame completely remake the game from scratch. Like they didn't miss a single detail, and if anything they added more detail. But it's super impressive. All the gems, all the hidden items, everything is in the exact same locations. Levels all have the same layouts. Enemies are in the same spots. They have the same behaviors. Nothing's different except the way it looks. And they added a few improved gameplay elements to the first one as well.
Enemies like those yaks are too big to be charged. Your flame attack should easily take care of large enemies.
Yep, I knew about that too. It's funny because you wouldn't think people would be playing this one if they haven't played. Yeah, I know. I need to kill 11 enemies to get that gate to unlock in this one. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. You wouldn't think people would play 2 or 3 if they haven't played the first one, but sometimes that happens, so they have to put those tutorials in all of them so that people know what to do.
Look what I can do.
Hey, that's impressive. But can you do it blindfolded? Then I will really be amazed. Hoi! Alright. Since we're getting close there, for these last couple of levels in this one, we're gonna just scratch the bare minimum as far as, like, getting the talisman and getting the hell out of there. I'll take care of whatever gems I see on the way. Yeah, glide farther if I press X at the top of my jump. Boop. I know. You blam fools. This is the end of this level.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should torch that Yeti. He's pretty tough, though. In fact, I'm not sure you're up to it.
Yeah, I need to kill one more enemy. I do have to do that. At least I think that's what I have to do in order to get to that Yeti. Ah, here we go. This'll work. I know what I have to do. Alright. Now that gate's unlocked for me. Hey, thank you, Mythos. I appreciate that. Woohoo! Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, I know what this is. Shkabop. Cannonball! Damn it. No, I think I need the flame for that. This is to get up here faster. And this... Okay, I thought I was supposed to get like a super flame from that, but you know what? Let's just see real quick. Ah, that's right. He kills himself. I forgot.
The Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Ruff, ruff. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I remember you commented on an episode of We Happy Few. Nice to see you, Trisden. And we're off. Oh, that's sad, Nikki. You won't get to see my favorite one, Year of the Dragon. But you can always catch the archive. Thanks for sticking around and watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Morons. It's supposed to be funny because it's like a child's like Looney Tune. Oh, Tears Den. I didn't see the I and the R were switched. It's funny though because it's like a Looney Tunes Tom and Jerry thing or whatever where they get smashed and it hurt. It's funny. But when you really think about the implications, that man just murdered somebody and then ran away from the scene of the crime. No, I think this is one of those games that more people are more interested in playing themselves rather than watching, so I just wanted to do this one-off thing where I tackled the first 40 minutes of each game to get people hype and hopefully sell some people on the game themselves, because I'd like people to actually play this one for themselves anyways. It would be nice, but if enough people want me to, I may consider doing a full-fledged replay of the series later on after I've done BioShock Infinite. But, it really depends on the interest level, you know. Okay. I don't think we're actually going to finish the full first world of this one, but that's okay. I don't really remember what Ripto's Rage has in terms of boss fights, and I don't remember this one that well, so I wasn't expecting to anyways. But if I do get around to doing a replay of this, it'll be a while because, oh yeah, this is the level with the baby turtles and the blue guys that look like, I don't even know what they look like.
Hi, Spyro. It's a good thing you're here. If you can help shepherd those baby turtles over there to safety, I'd be mighty grateful.
I sold 2 people on it now. I'm telling you, if you have any love whatsoever for, you gotta get these fat turtles to step on the buttons, and then you gotta lead the little ones to safety, so you have to have the ability to swim in order to even get to this level. But then on top of that, you have to have the ability to swim to get through this level. So, come on, you. Starfish in this one are the fodder. I hate water levels in every game. I swear to God. Even my favorite franchise, one of my favorite franchises here. Even this one. I don't know, I forgot how to open these. Ah, they have protective coating with their rubber duckies. Ow. Jackass. Turtle Man, go that way. Light a fire under his ass. Ow. Alright. Oof. Bioshock Infinite's gonna take a while, by the way, because even though we're almost done with the main game, there's 2 DLC chapters called Burial at Sea Part 1 and Part 2. Damn it. And so that's going to take us a while, and I'd like to play Alan Wake at some point as a replay as well. I think a lot of people enjoy that, especially if they have any love for Stephen King-style horror. Dire Docks in Super Mario 64 just has a really good soundtrack. So that's why it's an exception. A good exception, too. What? See, now that's a complete hitbox screw-up right there. There's no way that that electricity should have hit me when he shoots it on the ground, and I was like 10 feet in the air. But it could have been like a delayed after effect of him swinging the rod down, you know? Toys for Bob has a bad habit of that. They screwed up the hitbox in Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy as well. But the way the Insane Trilogy is, the hitbox matters a lot more in that than it does in this. So... Super Flame! That's how you open those. I'm not gonna get all of them, though, because my memory is ass. This is the end of this level here, I think, so...
The water workers have captured most of our baby turtles!
Oh no, he's just the one telling us about the difficulty was that many stars? Damn. Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. Are you nuts? We're about to finish up with this one and move on to my favorite one, Year of the Dragon. Let's be honest here, I think it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean situation where everyone's favorite is either the first one or the third one, and not as many people care for the second one. Because I'll tell you, my favorite Pirates is At World's End. And my least favorite is Dead Man's Chest, so... Move your ass. I should be stopping now, but we'll finish this level. Keep going! Don't have the ability to climb yet, so I'm still not there. Come on. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Perfect timing.
Thank you, young dragon. The baby turtles will be safe up here. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
I'm a terrible babysitter. I didn't even pay attention to them most of the time. I just ran around and did my own thing. Alright. I'm interested in the Let's Go Pikachu game. Since Pokemon Yellow was one of my favorites, I think I'd like it. But it wasn't at the top of my priority list, and I won't be able to buy myself any more games until after Christmas at this point. Gotta focus on Christmas gifts for the other peoples. For the families. Yes. Oh. Which means, I'm telling you guys right now, when I do my top 10 list this year, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not going to be on it because I didn't get a chance to play it. I'm sorry, I just didn't. Unless somebody wants to do the share play with me. If somebody who has it on the PS4 wants to do the share play with me, like, let me take control of your game for, I think it's like an hour or so. If you're, like, enough into it that I can play the, like, I can get a good feel for the game within an hour, then I might be able to, consider it for the list. But I didn't get, games that I don't get to play, I can't put on my list, realistically, because it wouldn't be fair. I can't judge something I haven't tried. Alright, so the third Spyro game, obviously, we defeated Ripto, and Hunter actually came back with us to the Dragon World. He wanted to leave Avalar, so he's with them now. And in this one, a evil sorceress lizard lady is having her apprentice, Bianca, this bunny wizard, steal dragon eggs. So yeah, the dragons have eggs now with little ones in them. Like, smaller than Spyro. So, and they command an army of these rhino people called the Rhinox. And the Rhinox are your regular enemy types in this game. In the third one here. A lot of these dragons, by the way, are the ones that you rescue from the statues in the first game. See, they both look familiar to me. Yeah, they updated the design of Bianca in this one, and also, Bianca in this one is played by Melissa Hutchinson, who did Clementine in Telltale's The Walking Dead.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
She looks even cooler when she finally takes her hood off and stuff. Yeah, in the original, she was actually played by, I forget the name of the lady who played her, but she did the voice of Milhouse on The Simpsons.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the Dragon Worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
The other side of the world?
The Forgotten Realms. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Hunter is a derp. I think that's the point. In the original, he actually stepped on his head.
Spyro, you're our only chance.
You got it.
I'm ready. All right. Say hello to my favorite of the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy. In this one, we collect gems and dragon eggs. And we get a lot of extra features. Cool challenges, although sometimes annoying and upsetting. The ability to swim immediately from the get-go. Also, blue dragonflies in jars that you can get extra lives from. More cutscenes, more dialogue. They really went all out with this one. And they upgraded the animations for the baby dragons that come out of the eggs. So this is this game's equivalent of the dragon statues from the first one. Although, this one actually requires you to come back to some levels, much like Spyro 2, after you get certain abilities or even unlock extra characters. You can play as more than just Spyro in this one, as you'll see.
You're in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back into that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find any eggs, our expertly trained armies would hunt you down and take them back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah, well, since some of you haven't played this before and are actually planning on getting this now, I don't want to give away too much of what happens later, but I think Year of the Dragon actually has the best story. And Bianca actually plays a huge role in it throughout. I still love that they added the ability to mess around in the loading menus. So there's a part of this level that we won't be able to do because we haven't unlocked Sheila the Kangaroo yet.
Oh my! Can you help us? Hordes of ferocious Rhinox have overrun our town and kidnapped the mayor.
Okay, so this is another one of those levels where the enemies, all the beginning level enemies are cowardly and barely want to fight. Like these guys, they just run, see? Directly into a wall sometimes.
Just let me catch my breath, and then I'll kick that other guy's butt.
No, you won't. I will. There's a trophy in this level for defeating all of the cowardly Rhinox. It's called Bully or something like that. Extra life. I want to be able to actually get to the boss of this world, so I'm just, in this one, much like the other one, I'm going to do just the general get through the level stuff.
This Rhinoc is too big to charge.
Yeah, you gotta flame him. I know. He's also got a big old chicken leg. Idiots. There's an egg. Some of the eggs are just like right in front of your path, and some of them you really have to go out of your way for. The Rhinox really like pronounce their animations, so it's really easy to tell when they're going to attack, and you can get in your attack before they do. So in this game, some of the other characters you can play as, after you unlock them, you have to come back to other levels as them, like after you've unlocked them, and there are bonus levels or challenges that you can do as the characters that you've unlocked. So like once we unlock Sheila the Kangaroo, we could come back here and do this bonus level, but Sheila, you have to unlock her first. So alright, Mythos, we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching, man. I was gonna tell you, I was hoping you'd see it, but since you're leaving, there is a scene where Spyro, like, lights Bianca's ass on fire after she, like, I can't remember, like, Hunter trips or something, and then, crap. Oh, well, there's an egg across there. If you can manage to glide across those pillars, there's an egg over there. I actually should get it, because in this one you need so many eggs to unlock certain levels. So we'll do this as fast as possible. Okay. The thing is, you have to press triangle at the right moment to make sure you land on the thing. If it looks like you're going to overshoot it, you can stop yourself mid-glide. Good stuff. Okay. Oop. Missed this.
We showed those two bullies. If they hadn't outnumbered me 2-1, I'd have finished them off ages ago.
No, you would not have. It's funny, though, that the Rhinox were picking on these little lion guys, but they're scared of us. At least the ones in this level are. That doesn't stay for very long, though. By the way, another thing they changed between 2 and 3 and the first game is that instead of keeping track of how many gems you've collected in the current level, it keeps track of how many gems you currently have total because of the fact that you have to spend them with money bags. So they want you to know how much you have. He's getting him that chicken. So the funny thing is, if you come back to this level after you've finished it once and you go down here, that chicken is... There's actually another big chicken and it's alive. It's over there. So, at this point, I think that's the last Cowardly Rhinoc, the one chasing him around the thing. So if you kill that one, it gives you the trophy for killing all the Cowardly Rhinocs in this level.
Esmer, I ordered you with one of our famous giant chicken eggs.
But it's not a chicken, it's a dragon. Adorkable.
I'm sorry. That was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
Thanks, man. See you later, dude. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good night. Alright. Now, I'm going to avoid the challenges in some of the other levels, but I want to show you the challenge area in this one because it's the skateboard. And everyone loves the skateboard. I'm not going to do both. I'm not going to do the time challenge, though. I'm just going to do the regular one. But here's the skateboard, and you can, like, jump off these ramps and do tricks. Fly around up here. Woohoo! And then wipe out. And in this one, if you wipe out, your skateboard actually snaps in half. A nice added touch. So anyways, one of the ways you can get a dragon egg in this level is by doing Hunter's Skateboard Challenge. I don't know how to get off the skateboard without crashing, so...
Hey, Spyro. I found this gladiator training arena that also makes for a pretty cool skate park. Care for a test of your boarding skills?
So you have to do this twice. There's once where you get all 15 of the lizards, and this one is just normal getting them all. That's the one we're gonna do. The other one is timed, so I'm not gonna screw with it because I don't want to waste a lot of time on it in case I mess up. But once is enough, just to give you an idea. Plus, like I said, we need the dragon eggs to advance. So... And I'd like to be able to get to the first boss. I tell you what, guys, since this is my favorite of the three, we will, regardless of how long it takes, it shouldn't take longer than the 40 minutes, though, but we will go until we've defeated the first boss, and then we'll stop. So, I'm gonna be as fast as possible about it. It shouldn't take too long, since I'm already familiar with these. With this one especially. Alright, you little lizardy asshole. Come here. Gotcha. Alright. One up here. Woohoo! Is it clear yet how much I played these as a kid? Yahoo! Alright, 13, 14, 15, I think they're both up here, if I remember correctly. One more time. Ah, crap. At least it doesn't screw up your progress. The other thing is, when you have to kill, you can't wipe out or it starts over. So that's the other reason we're not doing that one at the moment. While you were boarding...
Alright, if you can catch all the lizards...
I'm not doing that one, I already said that. I will come back. Okay, so... Just grabbing a couple of these gems while I still see them over here. Just because I need them. Alright, now we're going to leave this level and we're going to unlock Sheila and do her level. because I want you guys to see at least one of the unlockable, well, you will only see one. There's one unlockable character per world, and you have to spend gems to unlock each of them. So in the first world, it's Sheila the kangaroo, and then it's Sergeant Bird the penguin, the military penguin, and then there's like Bentley the Yeti, and there's Agent 9 the monkey. And I think there might be one more, but I'm not sure. But anyways, in order to move on from every world, you have to do at least the bare minimum in each level to get a denizen from that world to come and help you send off the traveling device in that particular world. It's this is every time you save one of these guys, by the way, they give money bags what for, and it's hilarious.
Spyro! My, how funny to see you here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar. Well, my business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is.
Doing good, Arbitrary Alex, how are you?
Fond of dragons, too. I'm getting paid a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up. This pesky animal must have been causing a lot of trouble for that poor sorceress. I suppose I could accidentally let the kangaroo escape, if you were to pay me, say, a small fee.
A small fee of 300 gems.
Ah, Spyro, I love your sweet naivete. Your kind-hearted nature might be your downfall someday. But for the time being, it's making me rich.
Only kind of good? What's wrong?
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
Love it. He deserves it.
I reckon you be one of them dragons then.
Yeah.
Named Spyro.
Never thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know? Then all of a sudden you left. Poof.
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully I can provide you a nice distraction.
All the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out of the wazoo. Flying ships,
out of the wazoo,
forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
And I will. I'm going to come visit now. So when you go into these characters that you rescue, when you go into their home worlds, you play as them. And then there are other areas in the different levels where you can play as them as well, like the challenge areas, like the one I showed you in the last level.
Thanks again, Spyro.
Steph is watching the stream too, as far as I know.
Done to my home while I was locked up.
Oh, you're that Alex. Okay. Nice to see you, man. Thanks for watching.
While you were gone, a bunch of Rhinox kicked us out of our houses. It's okay, though. Bobby, Pete, and I are working on a clever plan to take them back.
So in this one, we'll help these goats get their homes back from the Rhinox. So every character controls differently, too. Like, Sheila's got hops, because she's a kangaroo. Woohoo! And like Sergeant Bird can fly, because he's a, well, penguins can't really fly, but it's a video game, so. Bentley the Yeti is super strong. Agent 9's got his laser blaster, so they all control differently.
Ah, home at last. Here, I was saving this to make an omelet, but I think you deserve it more.
Indeed. So that's 6. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. If you can find all of these chests in Sheila's level and stomp them like that, there's a trophy/achievement for that as well. Sheila's level, because of her high jumps, and any challenge involving her has a lot of items hidden really up high, because they expect you to really put that jump to use. Hey, Moose. Oh, crap, I was too early. They know that's gonna happen, though. That's why there's a fodder here. Boing. Couple of them in here. Hiya! Ooh. Hoya! Boy shababa. Bop 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 bop. Bam. Bam. Fun times. Okay. I don't know if we'll get to it during this playthrough because it doesn't unlock, or during this stream because it doesn't unlock until you've actually gone to the next home world. But there are bonus levels in every world where you can play as Sparks in this one.
Sheila, let's play a joke. Take this egg and smash it on Billy's house, okay? I need to get him back for the last time he butted me off the cliff.
Like, yeah, Steph, I think you're like me. Steph, I think you're like me. You remember the first and third game better than the second one. Ooh. What's funny is that people who never played the original, they could look at this and they could look at the original and clearly see the differences. But those of us who played the original, I like to think this is how we pictured it in our head when we were playing it. You know, with our imaginations. This is how we really saw it. I mean, because even though I can tell the difference, at the same time, it's like, I can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? You gotta smash all these Rhinoc huts to get them to stop spawning in this area so the last goat can get home. What? Yeah, the nostalgia glasses. You know, I loved the hell out of Skyrim, but I could not get into Oblivion. It didn't help that I played Skyrim first. The other thing is, another example of that is I played Mass Effect 2 first, so when I tried to go back and play the original one, it just felt so dated and bad in comparison, it was hard to play. Like, the controls in the first one are just ass, especially the driving controls.
If you ever forget how to control...
I don't need to forget, or I don't need your reminder, I won't forget. Damn.
Thanks for the help, Sheila. Oh, you can have this egg I found in my house.
Thank you. Return home. It's weird how they just like freeze frame like that. In the original, so you would go to hop through the you'd go through the portal when playing as another character, and the screen would just fade to black, and then it would go to Spyro flying like this. It's kind of funny that they did that. Mufasa. The cat's just over here chilling. I have a blue lawn chair, and I have it out in my recording room for when I have guests. Sometimes we come in here and listen to music, and oh, here's the cutscene I was talking about. Too bad Mythos left. But I put his cat bed in the lawn chair, and he likes to jump up in that and just sleep in it up there. He's spoiled.
Look out, Hunter. It's the scary sorceress.
I've warned you already. This place isn't safe for small dragons and pussycats.
Thanks. I think we can look after ourselves.
Looking after this.
Hunter gets so abused in these games.
Come back when you finish witch school, okay?
Say, is it just me, or is she kind of cute when she's angry?
I mean, we do have actual spots upstairs for people to hang out in the living room and stuff, too, but it just depends on who's hanging out here and what we're doing for where we hang out at. There's a different room for everything in this house. There's a computer room, there's a game room, which is
Spyro!
Essentially the main entertainment room. Then we have the living room upstairs.
I saw something
Yeah, you can go over there without me. I'll be there in a minute after I do this level, Cloud Spire. A mushroom. A room where we make mush. Yeah, it's called the kitchen. Ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop. Alright. We got big, feathery Rhinox here. They don't really hurt you, they just push you back with their wind. It can knock you off the edge in certain areas, though, if you aren't careful.
The Rhinox have shut down our cloud generator, and I may never see a rainbow again.
Well, I can help you fix that, kid.
If my wings were big and strong like yours, I could easily glide across here.
Yeah, but you can float. Look at you. You're floating. I mean, what do you have to complain about? You didn't even touch the ground. Armored enemies. They've got like a Viking thing going on here. They legit have lightning bolt. Like, their swords are actual lightning bolts. How's that for awesome? Don't miss that gem down there. Thanks for stopping by, Alex. I may not still be streaming when you get done with dinner, to be honest. I'm gonna finish the first world in this game, and that'll be it. I've been going for almost 2 hours now, so...
The metal armor those enemies are wearing protects them from...
Yeah. I was gonna just do the first 40 minutes of each game, but I'm gonna cheat with this one and give it a little extra time because it's my favorite. Plus, I want to get to the boss of the first world. Money bags! How much do I owe you this time?
If it isn't my favorite dragon, the sorceress has put me in charge of guarding these bellows. However, I might look the other way if I was distracted.
Have a good night, Alex.
Counting gems?
Yeah. 200? I can.
Yes, precious, precious gems. Well then, Spyro, you may now use the bellows anytime you wish. Best of luck on your little egg hunt.
Thank you. Ass. Oh, thank you. I know I'm missing a lot of stuff, but the point is just... This is more like a demonstration. You know? Realistically, though, I can't stand to miss too much that's in plain sight. I have to go back for it. It's in my nature. And there was an egg right here. Don't want to miss that. Come on, egg. Thank you. Oh, look, Stephanie. Oh, that's sad. That's okay. Though, tell her thank you for watching anyways. It's kind of funny. We've had a baby dragon named Emily and a baby dragon named Stephanie. Names of two of the people who were watching. That is an unfortunate scenario, though. Oh, wait. The trophy in this level, by the way, is for finding a spot where you can glide for a full 5 or more seconds without...
Remember, to get your longest glide, press the jump button at the...
Without... Well, you have to glide for 5 or more seconds and land safely. This spot is not enough. So... Yoink. Got him.
Oh, you activated the bellows. Maybe I can get the cloud generator working again.
You can. Heh. Yeah, that can happen. I've had the power go out here before, just from a regular little storm.
Thing to clog up the cloud generator.
Another egg. How many is that we have total now? Because we need so many to get all the levels in this one unlocked. All the important levels, anyways. Of which there's only 2 more after this one, so... 10. Okay, that'll be good enough for the first one. Alright, so this... I'm gonna do real quick, because we'll probably need the egg. This takes us up here. And this gives us a little bonus area where we can get 2 eggs. One for catching this thief, and one for doing the challenge in this area, which is super easy. So let's take care of the thief first, because he's the harder part. Have to be careful with our jumps. Damn it. Almost had him there. Got him. Alright. Bonk. Okay, and since this is the... By the way, a quick...
Usually wake up our rain cloud at the crack of dawn, but these mischievous spirits are stopping our bells from ringing.
I got it. I forgot to tell everyone... Ah, crap, I missed it. This is, I'm gonna have to restart, not restart, but I'm gonna have to go back through the thing. Because I screwed that one up almost immediately. Alright, let's try that again. There we go, that's better. Crap. Luckily, they don't make you start over if you miss any of them, so that's nice. Anyways, what I meant to say is that next Thursday is Thanksgiving, and even though I won't be doing Thanksgiving with my family until the weekend after, I imagine most of you will be having your Thanksgiving on the day of, so I will not be doing a live stream next Thursday. So, it's another reason I'm okay with going a little bit over time tonight.
It fell out of the belfry.
Oh, hey, Nikki, welcome back. So, what you missed me saying, by the way, is that even though normally the stream would be like 7 minutes from being over now, this time I'm actually going to, for this game, since it's my favorite, I'm going to go ahead and finish out the first world, do the boss and everything of the first world, and then we'll be done. Since there'll be no stream next week because of Thanksgiving, I will give this one a little extra tonight. Ooh. Woohoo! Okay. Your shoveling skill has increased. It's so crazy that PlayStation, they're not doing a PSX this year, and they're also not doing a an E3 this in next year. To me, that just means that the PlayStation 5 is right around the corner. That's what I think. They're going to focus on getting all of their currently announced games out in 2019 and 2020, and then that'll be the end of it. Coltrane. That's I mean, it couldn't have been a reference to it at the time, because Gears of War came out after Spyro the Dragon, but still. That's funny. This one's dinging immediately because it's so short-lived. They give you just enough time to get up here and get this egg. Amy. Alright. Bum bum bottom. Music is still fresh in my mind. Even though it is remade, the music has been remade along with the... Yeah, they got the original composer to come back and do the soundtrack for this one, too.
Your game can, if you like.
Nope, I prefer my camera in passive mode. I like to be in control of my camera instead of letting it move on its own. This guy for the Tiki Lodge level, his voice is different from the original.
At last, my portal is working again. Come visit me at the Tiki Lodge.
Not only that, but he looks drastically different too. Wait, bam! You like that? I just headbutted a boulder. So much dedication. Yeah, it's such a faithful remake. It's I think this one counts more as a remake than a remaster, because it was rebuilt from the ground up. Remasters are more like the Kingdom Hearts collection or the God of War collection or like the Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank ones that they put out on PS3 that were just the PS2 games ported over with a little spit shine. Or like The Last of Us from PS3 to PS4, that's a remaster. It's so weird, it's so confusing because you got remasters, remakes, reboots, and soft reboots, so it can be a bit trying. Armored enemies. Yeah, this level has one of those lock chests in it. That's the trophy in this level, by the way, is for opening the lock chest. And the key is on the other side of the level. The chest is in the very beginning of the level where we just were. It was that metal one I didn't open. Riki. That was just one letter difference away from being Riku. Little Final Fantasy X-2. Ah, damn it. Yep, he got me, and I got him at the same time. That was badly timed. Or well-timed, depending on how you look at it. Whenever you respawn, they call it reigniting in this. Nice. I like that touch. Son of a... fuck. Hey, I need that.
Be sure to keep your friend Sparks.
Yeah, I know. Gotta have that health up. Bam! Got him. With your Indiana Jones whip. These guys are like explorers in this area or something. Ow. Archaeologists and such. Not sure why the warthogs, though. Not in here. Oop! Damn it. I didn't press triangle fast enough. Come on. Get up there, you fool.
Here, take this egg. They were giving them away at the Tiki Lodge last night.
Why, thank you. Curly. Now we just need to find Larry and Mo. And the way that he was, like, chubby and bald and sneezed like that, I'm pretty sure that was actually meant to be a reference. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. Sergeant Bird, you unlock him in the second world, and we need him in order to do the challenge in this area. So we actually have to come back. You have to come back to this after you've done that spot. There's the key, by the way, for the chest in the beginning of the level. So. Now, if you don't count the bonus levels, there are, if you don't count the bonus levels, like with Sparks and the racing level in this, which you need 20 eggs to unlock the racing level. And we're not going to do that because it's not really, it's just like you race butterflies in some Mario Kart bullshit where you have to fly through the rings and then, like, you fly through the stars to, like, boost your speed. It's, yeah. But, and the Sparks levels are like these top-down isometric like arcade shooters where you play as Sparks and you run around shooting bugs with like little bursts of whatever, fireballs or whatever. He's a dragonfly, so he can breathe fire too, apparently. Because that's how it works. And there's an egg at the bottom of the water. Thank you, Hunter. I know. Woohoo! Alright, where's the egg? Egg. Where the hell did it... Ah, here it is. Hutta! That's 5 out of 5 eggs in the home world in this area. Good stuff, huh? Not super concerned with the gems at the moment. Because we're close, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Here's the last world that counts in this one. Or the last level that counts in this area.
Portal is working. I'll see you at the beach.
And speaking of, so, like... So you see how each of them are hanging off of a string on this balloon? There's a total of...
You could bring back one person from each of our 5 wolves. We can help you use the balloon.
So there's 4 of them now, and I need one more, and that would be the seal from the one that I just saw. So after I get the seal, that'll be enough weight for them to pull the balloon down for me to get on it and move on to the next world. And then in the world after that, it's like a whirligig machine that they have to work on. It's different for each one. But the point is, you have to do at least the bare minimum in each of the main non-bonus levels in each world in order to move on to the next one. And some of the world levels require you to have so many eggs, so you can't just go for the bare, regular, minimum eggs. You do have to go out of your way a little bit to get some of the eggs in order to have enough to unlock the other levels. So, we're only 2 minutes over time, and this is the last one minus the boss for this, so I think we're actually doing good. This will be like a couple of those episodes of We Happy Few where I went like 10 minutes over because I needed to get to a good stopping point. Water levels suck, though.
While I was gone, my friends borrowed the Rhinox submarine. Then they took it for a joyride. And then they smashed it into a big pile of rocks. Oddly enough, the Rhinox failed to see the humor in their actions and stuffed my friends in the jail cell behind you.
Well, that's okay. We'll get it open. That's the whole point of this level. Shkaduka! Gotta hit the octopi and the diving Rhinox. Ouch. That one shoots stuff at you. And the fodder in this area are the little ducks that you see swimming around with the helmets on. These guys. Ah, screw it. Oh, I hate water levels. The controls are always really bad. This game also has some of the most difficult water levels. Ah, crap, my audio went out. That's not good. Well, it's probably one of those cases where it just went out for me. It happens sometimes. Yahoo! As long as you guys can still hear the game, that's fine. Sucks for me, but... There are Rhinox hiding in some of these shells. And then these ones, they throw these barrels at you. Ah! Bam! Ow. That'd probably be easier if I just flamed that one, huh? Yeah. Let's take the smart route. But it's so fun to bash those barrels. Crack. It's just fun to smash things in general. Honestly. In the original Spyro game, by the way, the first one, like the original version of the first one, you had to step on the dragon pads and, like, the dragon pads, the pads where the dragon statues were, and save your game manually on those. Whereas in this one, it just auto-saves at critical points. Oh, my audio came back. It auto-saves at critical points. Or whenever you collect something important, like a dragon statue or dragon egg or whatever. That kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to fly through these levels. Over there is a challenge area where you can play as Sheila and do this thing where you stomp on all the turrets outside of a thing. And there's another challenge portal over there, too. But screw those.
My plan worked. That dumb octopus dropped the jail key while he was shaking me. Now I can free my friends.
Woohoo! Good on ya.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. One of the Rhinox had this egg in his lunchbox.
That's messed up. I would have liked to have 20 eggs before we moved on, but screw it. Actually, we'll get an egg for defeating the boss, so that counts as 20. That works. 821. Would have more than that if you didn't have to spend it on Moneybags' greedy ass. It makes it a little more difficult to keep track of how much you have in each level, since it keeps track of your total instead of the level-specific amount. So that's why they have the guide thing.
Head on over to the balloon.
The guide thing here, to tell you how much you've gotten in each world, you know. It also tells you how you get some of the eggs. Like Cloud Spire's Plant the Sun Seeds is one of the ones I missed, but there are question mark ones too. The ones that don't have question marks means that you got near enough that it unlocked what you have to do to get it, but you didn't get it, that's why it's there. And the question marks, you haven't even gotten near those.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
Alright, time for the boss fight of the first world. And then after that, we'll be done with this stream. With this 2 hour and probably by that point 15-minute stream, because there's a cutscene before the boss too. Now this boss shows up immediately after this cutscene, so I like to think that what we're about to see here in this cutscene happens while we're out on our adventures in these last 2 levels. And then the boss is just waiting for us.
Carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon?
I tried to scare him off, Your Highness, but he's just not afraid of anything.
Not afraid? Not afraid?
He's had 2 adventures before this.
You all these years. Use some magic.
If he wasn't afraid of Nasty Nork, he ain't afraid of you.
And eliminate him.
Kill him?
I don't care what you do, you useless brat. As long as you get rid of him.
Okay, let's see what we got here. This ought to do it.
You can't keep me caged up in here forever. You there, get me
That's
out of
Sergeant
here.
Bird.
This is unacceptable.
You, come here.
The one that you can rescue in the second level. There we go, and that's our first boss. His name is Buzz.
Devil?
Also, the character that you unlock in the world will help you with that world's boss. So, like, Sheila helps us fight this one, Sergeant Bird helps us fight the one in the next world, and so
When
on.
I heard the sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries, though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the 2 of us.
Alright, so how this boss works is you just charge him, and you charge him until he falls into the lava, and then Sheila jumps on him to do damage, knock him in. Then he gets out and starts doing his buzzsaw roll attack, which is a lot harder to avoid in the original than it is in this. And then you repeat. For the first couple of rounds, things don't change much, except that now he starts moving after the first hit. So you can't charge him in the same area. Makes it harder to knock him in. But he'll start adding to his moveset each round. So pretty soon he'll start, you know, adding a fire shield, then he'll start spitting fire. You have to do this 5 times, I think. This is the fire shield section. Yep, we have to wait for that to go down. And then, boom. He can't be flamed, only charged. Opposite of the other big enemies, right? Now he's gonna start spitting fire after his shield goes down. Oh, nope, not yet. That's the next time. Ah, shh. So you gotta have a little bit of patience here. They'll sometimes drop fodder into the arena if you're low on health. One thing I need to remember, if you actually jump and charge, you'll actually knock them further. Sometimes, not always. Crap. I thought I was... My timing was bad on that. Alright, one more should do it for this one. Man, they are being extra generous with the fodder. Notice that they won't let you go to yellow, though, only blue. So they're not that generous. Alright, this is where he starts spitting fire. But believe it or not, that actually makes it easier to get a hit in. I think that the round before this one is actually the hardest round with him, because the fire wall stays up for so long. It's actually easier to go after him with him spitting the fire, because you can jump over it, and then bam. See? And that's the end of him. Yoo-hoo! And then off he goes into the next world. Midday Gardens. So, there you guys have it. That is the first 40 minutes, give or take, of all 3 games in the Spyro the Dragon Reignited trilogy. As I saw earlier, it looks like I sold some people on it, which was kind of my intention, because I really think people should play this. It's great. Such a true remake, and for those who haven't played them before, I think it's accessible to people who never played them before. I think they can appreciate it too, so... And like I said, this game's going to be played by a lot of people, so it wouldn't be watched by a lot of people, you know, compared to some of the more underground stuff I do that not a lot of people get to, so they watch instead. So, but like I said, if the demand is high enough, I'll consider doing a full-fledged Let's Play of this later on. Just not right now. Schedule's a little busy. But, either way... I'd like to thank everyone who joined me for this stream. I was really glad to have you all here. This actually turned out to be one of my better streams. So maybe what I'm saying about the interest in watching it really isn't that true. It could actually have a higher interest, but either way, I got other stuff to get to, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. And I hope it encouraged more, you know, a bunch of you, besides the ones I already know about, to go out and purchase this for yourself and give it a try and take your own trip down memory lane. But anyways, thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But anyways, so yeah, that'll be it for this live stream. Look forward to the next episode of BioShock Infinite tomorrow. Remember, no stream next week because of Thanksgiving. So, we've got more Amnesia Machine for Pigs coming next week. And all that good stuff, and after we finish Machine for Pigs, we'll be playing Call of Cthulhu. So look forward to that. So, anyways, for those of you who are catching the archive, let me know what you thought of this in the comments down below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.